Hey, everybody. Good afternoon and welcome. Welcome to our Women in Business panel, our Women in Business Empowerment panel, right? So, of course, when we add the word empowerment, that means you are going to learn something to help you out during this process. So, today I have some amazing ladies coming to join me for this panel, and they are going to enlighten our lives. Let me bring them in. Hey, Miss Petula.
Yay! Hey everyone. I'm
Hey, Miss
so happy to be
Chastity.
here.
We are so happy to have you, ladies.
Mhm.
Welcome. So
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
you're very welcome. So we'll do intros real quick. Tell
Mhm.
us where you're from and who you are. And we'll start with you, Miss Petula.
Hi everyone. I am Patula Sankar Singh. I am the CEO and founder of Vision Ready, and I currently reside in Florida, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. My company, it's a women-owned global company with a mission to advance, develop the development and growth of businesses owned by women and people of color. So I'm very excited to be here, share some knowledge, and hopefully learn as well. Thank you.
Amazing. And Miss Chastity.
Hi, I am Chastity Sanye. Who am I? Basically, first, I am a empowerment speaker. I am a certified life coach. I am an author. I am a person that loves to motivate and empower women. I am the managing partner of RBC Consulting Firm LLC out of Houston, Texas, H Town, of course.
Mhm.
We basically have a catering service, a car service, and of course, my Master Life services underneath the consulting firm part of it. I am also a corporate American woman. I've been in corporate America for 18 years, and I am a proud wife and a proud mother. That's who I am.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you so much, ladies, for for those wonderful intros. So we have Miss Petula from Fort Lauderdale joining us and Miss Chastity from H Town. So we on three different planes this week, catching up with each other. Wonderful, wonderful. So today we are going to cover a couple of topics, y'all. With women in business. Hello to our audience. Let me first cover that real quick. Y'all can take a moment to share it out. I have shared it on my personal page. It is also on the Sisters of Empowerment Facebook page. So take a moment and share that out. If you are joining us, please share the broadcast. If you are watching the replay, please share the broadcast. Also, invite some other women owned businesses to the panel. All right. So thank you so much for joining us. We are going to cover a couple of topics, including diversity and inclusion, transitioning from employee to entrepreneur, and balancing our work life, right? In our family life. So, we're going to talk about that and anything in between that we hit on to kind of bring it all around. You know, a lot of times the business and entrepreneur life is very misconstrued by what people post online and what they like to post online as well. So some people think this stuff is easy. They think that we're just out here twiddling our thumbs all day. You know, we just looking cute for the camera. No, y'all,
No.
we working these businesses, and we are going to share with you some of the things that we have to go through in order to thrive in our businesses and to keep our businesses going, along with being ourselves and the matriarchs and the heads of our households, you know. So we want to cover that today. So now let's get started. So diversity and inclusion is more of a thing now. Of course, it's been something forever, but it has been brought to the light with all of this technology and everything that we have going on. More issues have come up where women are not being included or if we are being included, we are getting the short end of the stick. So, ladies, I want you all to chime in on that, and let's just start the discussion. Miss Petula, you can begin.
Sure. I think it's very important for us as women to have that voice and take a seat at the table, and get yourself out there, look at the different opportunities and how to advance yourself. We have to be driving that car of our own career and entrepreneurship. Um, and it's not an easy journey, believe me, but we have to be resilient and have grit. And like I said, our voices are there. We just need to be heard. I would encourage more women to get on boards, fight for that equal pay, open the doors for different opportunities for yourself. And one of them I'll talk about a little bit further on this conversation is the opportunity for you all to be certified as a woman business, and how that will separate you from others and put you in front of corporations, government entities, and give you a lead on growing your business organically and being able to just be seen. So, diversity and inclusion is a big thing happening in most corporations and businesses. And within our ecosystem, we promote that heavily because we are platformers for women, people of color, the LGBTQ community, as well as the veterans. So we're inclusive of it all, and we do all that with intelligent technology, separating and putting out a fair playing field for everyone. So it's we definitely will include. We're big on equity, right? So we're
Yeah.
including and giving the opportunities to everyone, but we do empower women more because I'm passionate about that. I'm a woman, right? And I'm an author as well. So I did write a book about helping women, build their confidence and self-esteem as well. So just tap it in a little bit more of that, and then I'll continue with certification. And
Awesome. Awesome. And Miss Chastity, give us your take on diversity and inclusion.
Well, when you think about diversity and inclusion, of course, diverse means seeing multiple cultures, multiple concepts outside of what you're the norm.
Yeah.
So, what I want to talk about being inclusive, that's basically being valued, being respected, and having the support. And that's where women in corporate America, as well as entrepreneur women, miss out. They don't understand their value. It's like, I want to do this business. I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to own myself. But what is your talents? What are your skill set? What do you bring to the table, and how are you valued? Then it's the most important thing, because women, despite that we want to believe it, men are dominated in this world.
Yeah.
Finding that voice and that respect. And when you find your voice and that respect, you learn how to maneuver within your industry
Yeah.
and being supported. That is very, very important for women entrepreneurs in business, is being supported. And that means having the resources. That means sister to sister. And when I say sister to sister, I'm not talking about color. I'm talking about women to women, sister to sister, helping each other out without a catch,
Yeah.
helping them out, supporting them, being a resource for them. If you know that, and I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong, Petula,
Tula, yeah.
Petula, if I know Petula is an expert in this, I need, as a sister to sister, to say, hey, I need you to reach out to my girl over there, and she can help you and guide you. We have to find the structure. But she also said something in the beginning, leaning in. We have to realize we have to lean in, and you have to lean in hard. But that goes back to you understanding your value and your worth and what do you bring to the table. You have to, people laugh at me because I say that I am Olivia Pope. And what I mean by Olivia Pope is I am the gladiator. I am the person that brings a solution. Yes, there's a problem. We need to look at the problem. We can vet through all the issues, but I am going to bring a solution to the problem and make sure that we move forward and we get the best results for my client, for your clients, for the whole deal. So I think those three things are something that we as women need to learn how to grow and involve in and change our mindset. And we have to lean in. And I look at it like this, and I'm going to say this and we can move on. I don't want a chair at the table. That's not where my mindset is anymore. And I'm going to tell every woman who's listening to this broadcast is that don't be the chair, because every chair by you is the same chair. You want to be the table, because without the table, they can't sit nowhere. I'm the table. So you have to bring me forth, because I'm the one that holds the substance to what you're sitting, where you're sitting at.
I love that. Yes, I love that. And it's so true because, you know, a lot of times, well, most of the times we don't value it. It's almost all the time someone is telling us what we're good at, right? And how brilliant we are and how great we are, you know, and sometimes we haven't even seen that in ourselves. I know that I personally have been through that, you know, journey earlier in life where I didn't know my worth. I didn't know my worth. I didn't know my value. My confidence was low. I didn't speak on my business like I needed to, you know, and all of that comes with growth and mindset, of course. But like you say, now is the time for us to be the table and stop sitting or looking to sit in these playing fields with that are uneven, right? So we have to create our own. And so going to that, Miss Petula
Yes.
makes an amazing opportunity for women to be certified, women-owned businesses to be certified. Tell us what it means for a woman-owned business to be certified and the
Right.
advantages that we gain from that.
Sure. And just to share a little bit of some stats that I'd had pulled up for a prior event that I did. So there's 13 million women-owned businesses, representing about 40% of all businesses, right? Um, and women-owned business generate currently 1.8 trillion a year, right?
Wow.
So small businesses are an anchor of the US economy, right? And we know because we are all small business owners, right? So just keep that in mind, for, you know, in your head, that you're empowering, you know, your community, you're empowering everything that's happening around you as well. So I just wanted to share that really quick. So certification, let's talk about that. Okay, what is women-owned certification? It's a stamp of approval. It's a authorizing that your company has been vetted, and is a business that is owned and operated by a woman. It's a process that we help women go through and get, so then they're in front of opportunities. For example, I it sets you apart. I look at it as when you're going after a job interview, right? And there's two candidates. One has a degree and then you don't. So they're going to go with the one with the degree, right? So it's kind
Yeah.
of the same thing with having being certified as a woman-owned business, right? So you go after a contract or, you know, a bid opportunity, and you're paired against another woman-owned business, and you're certified and they're not. They're going to choose you, right? So it's giving you that the eligibility to be part of, you know, working with the government or with corporations or just big businesses. Okay, so every year the government puts aside, and I know that the word government sounds like huge, but it can be small amounts. It can be 3,000, between three to, you know, because I think people look at that and say, wait, I can't work with them yet. But they put aside this money just for women-owned businesses, and it's mandated. It's a law that's mandated with their financing law that they put aside the percentage. They say we're going to work with certain amount of women-owned businesses, a certain amount of minority-owned business, certain amount of veterans. So they have that, and there's money just sitting there, and a lot of women, including myself when I first started, didn't know it was there, right?
Right.
As well as corporations and big businesses. They're trying to really diversify their spend. And when they do that, it actually expands their growth. It lowers their a dollar in spending amount by using diverse companies and women owned companies. So they as well, you know, if they want, this is what people don't know. If the corporations want to work with the government and land a contract with the government, they have to then, let's say they got a contract, they have to then take a percentage of that big contract and have subcontractors which are women owned. They have to have those dollars set aside, or they wouldn't be
Lose
able to
it.
work with the government. So there's money sitting there, and being certified and getting certified, I encourage every single woman to do so. And it's a community too. It's a community of women supporting each other. As Chastity, you said earlier, about us having our each other's back, supporting each other and saying, hey, I need a graphic designer. Is there someone here in the
Yeah.
ecosystem that I could work with as a woman, as a graphic designer? So that's what our marketplace actually houses as well. It's just a whole bunch of diverse businesses working with each other, as well as being put in front of the corporations and government entities by getting certified through our ecosystem. I cannot express more to you ladies. It's such a good thing to have behind you, and there's so much opportunities out there.
Yes. So y'all heard that, right? Getting certified is a benefit. It's a benefit for us women owned businesses. We are able to be a part, and this is specifically with Petula's company. We are
Yes,
able to be a part of her ecosystem, which allows us to pull in with
yes,
other female owned businesses and expand our reach, right? Isn't
yes,
that what we want to do anyway? And then
yes,
the
yes,
certification part extends the opportunity for us to be able to gain government contracts, gain this money that is out there for the women certified businesses. So it gives you more opportunities, right? And
hmm,
money opportunities. So if
yes,
you're interested, stay tuned. And Miss Petula will be giving her information out so that you can reach out to her and learn how to get your business certified. She
yes,
certifies you, she gets you certified. So
yeah.
stay tuned for that. Now let's move on a little farther. Unless Chastity, you had anything else you wanted to input on the certification or the diversity and inclusion.
No, I basically said my point. My three goals is value, respect, support, resources, get it in and lean in.
Love it. Love it. So, y'all, next up, we're going to talk about transitioning from
Mm,
employee to entrepreneur, right? And
yes.
so it's been a long time since I did that, but it's kind of the same deal. But I'm gonna start with Chastity for this one. Chastity, go ahead and give us your take on that transition.
It's a process. And every woman's story of entrepreneurship is going to look different. Your blueprint is going to look different. And you have to be okay with that blueprint. With some women, it could take 6 months and it boom. Some women, it might take 5 years and then it boom. But you have to be okay with the transition because you are the only person that knows what you need and how you need to, where you need to be for your business to go where it needs to go. Um, like for me, when I started my business, I was in corporate America. But then it was a point in time that I wasn't in corporate America, but I was still working my entrepreneurship business. Now, where I'm at in my entrepreneurship business is I am back in corporate America, and it's okay. And it's not because I just have to be back in corporate America, but I have become a hybrid of what my talents and skills to help other young ladies execute their goals. Now, don't get me wrong, the transition can be slow, the transition can be frustrating, the transition is going to be late nights and early mornings, but you have to define what you want as a success in your life. And anything that you have and you're trying to be successful in life, it is not going to be easy. You are going to have to roll up your sleeves and hustle. You're going to have to grind, and you're going to have some opportunities that are slammed in your door, and you're going to have slammed in your face, and you're going to have some opportunities that are open. You have to understand your business plan, and you have to also stick to your business plan and execute that business plan yearly, year over year. So basically, my thing about transitioning from employee to entrepreneur, it can be up and down, and it is okay. And nobody knows your story. And some people, and I'm gonna say this again, whoever is out there struggling and saying, well, I'm an entrepreneur, but I have to go back to corporate America. That's not a bad thing.
No, it's a good
Take
thing.
it as a bad thing, because until you can become sufficient and where you don't need to go back, or you might go back for different reasons, that is not a bad thing to do, because empowerment and educating yourself and doors of opportunities can come from different reasons on why you're going different routes in your life. Just know that it is going to be a roller coaster, but make sure that it's a fun roller coaster, and make sure you always have a positive mind, even if you have to change your course or change your blueprint. And that's the beauty about being your own destiny. You can change your blueprint anytime you want to without anybody's approval.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. Yes, that is so true. I always like to say you have the power to make the rules and change the rules, but you need to follow your own rules as well. That's how I
Mm-hmm.
like to say it, because sometimes, we get caught up. Of course, entrepreneurship is a lot of freedom, y'all, but it's
Yes,
also a
it
lot of
is.
responsibility and a lot of discipline. So you
Yes.
don't want to get that caught up with slacking, right? So, and I'm gonna stop right there because I'm gonna round it off after Miss Petula, but I'm gonna go ahead and let you get your area in on, I mean, your point in on transition
Sure.
area.
Um, so entrepreneurship, it's a journey, yes, and it is not, and everyone has a different journey, right? So I would say don't compare yourself to what
Mhm.
someone else is doing and their journey and say, well, they did it so quickly, or they're not working, or they dove. I mean, everyone's story and journey is different. So I would say one of the number one lessons I've learned is don't compare yourself, right? Um, do I think everyone should be an entrepreneur? Yes. I'm 1,000% supportive of any, especially women who want to just own it and just start it and, just start building. And you can, start while you're still working and start building your foundation little by little by little. I definitely think that is a good segue into it. If your story is you can just dive into it and you have money saved or whatever it is, you have people backing you, and do it.
Yeah.
Focus, definitely stay focused and have someone that's going to keep you accountable, right? You say, like my clients, when I do one-on-one with them, I hold them accountable for it. I was like, so did you do this? Did you do that? So, get an accountability partner that is going to have a positive effect on you through this. Don't give up, because you definitely have to have some resilience and grit through this journey. You definitely have, but then, you can make your own schedule, right? Nadia and I was just talking about going on vacation soon, because our last couple of months have been so intense, right?
Yeah.
You could take that time for you, because self-care, on top of that, is super important to incorporate in this journey,
Yes.
um, and just figure out a way to work smarter than harder, because you don't have to sometimes work 10-hour days. You don't. I have For me, it took me a minute though. I decided Fridays I'm just unplugging, right?
Yeah.
Because I work so much, and I gave that to myself, and I actually am doing it now. I'm so proud of myself, because it took, you want to look on your phone and answer everyone,
You're
but
holding yourself accountable, right?
Yeah.
exactly. And my team are too. They're like, why are you on why are you doing this? So, and then I get to unplug, and then I'm fresh again,
Yes.
just doing that for myself. So, just being mindful of who you are, and definitely keep taking care of yourself. So that's just me, and I think it's a good thing to do.
Yes. Yes. And just also, y'all, some people choose to remain an employee.
Yeah.
Of course, the transition is hard. Sometimes it takes, like y'all said, a different amount of time for each one, because it depends on your lifestyle. It depends on your goals. It depends on what you are trying to achieve. So you can't base your journey off of someone else's. You definitely have to be focused on yourself. You have to be like, have tunnel vision are my favorite words about
Mhm.
anything that you're going to do, really. But in business, you definitely have to do it, because there's distractions everywhere. There's distractions everywhere. And you don't want that to keep you from achieving your goals, right? So that's where that discipline comes in. That discipline.
Mhm.
And that means, like Petula said, she's off on Fridays. She has to be off, right?
Mhm.
Because for Monday, she needs to be replenished and full, ready to lead her team, take care of her
Mhm.
business, do all of her things that she's responsible for. For
Yeah.
myself, I have certain days, because most of I'm a serial entrepreneur, so I have several businesses.
Yeah.
I have a certain day for each business, and
Mhm.
that's how I do it.
Right.
Everybody, you have to first off have a system in place,
Mhm.
a
Yeah.
system, y'all. Not just, oh, let me see what I'm gonna do today.
Right.
No, every month you need to have written down everything that you need to accomplish, right? Whether you're doing the short-term plan or the long-term plan,
Mhm.
you need to know what your goals are for the
Yeah.
month. So my goal for the month of the first thing you need to set is that money goal, right?
Right.
Because that's what's gonna push you to do everything. Know that I need to make $8,000 in a month, baby. On the first of the month, I'm kicking. Actually, on the 30th of the last month, I'm rolling. So
On the
you
25th, you really get brainstorming on the first for the
exactly,
first.
exactly. And so, you have to have that discipline. You have to have that drive, as Chastity said, that hustle, that grind. And I don't mean working yourself to a pulp,
Right.
because you heard Petula said we get self-care. So it all goes together.
Also,
Yes.
I'll say this, and it might transition to the next topic.
Yeah.
I am a true believer that you have to have a support system.
Mhm.
Mhm.
As women, especially if you're married, and especially if you have children, you have to have a support system. And I have to say that I am truly blessed that I have that support system, because I
Aw.
know some women that are trying or that is in entrepreneurship, they don't
Mhm.
have the support system. They
Mhm.
don't have the person that's going to help you with your children or the support system with their spouse or whatever. So having a strong village, a support system that basically supports what you're trying to do
Yes.
and allowing you to be that branch
Yeah.
and to excel,
Yes.
walking that journey with you, because the journey is very long.
Yeah.
And it's because, like you said, people, we get dressed up and we're looking good on the camera or whatnot, or we're going to this event and we're shaking and smoozing and drinking with everybody and whatnot and eating. But at nighttime, your support system, are they the one when you have your hair in a ponytail wrapped up with your sweats on, you sitting here at the computer trying to brainstorm, and
Yeah.
they're helping you with the other things in your life
Yes.
so you can focus on making generational
Yes.
wealth for your family. So
Mhm.
support system is very important. I do believe women should hear that.
Yes. Yes. I
Absolutely.
call it my tribe.
Yes.
Yes.
You need that. And I'm going to just speak on that real quick because it is bringing us to our next topic. But, you know, I raised my 4 sons as a single parent and an
Mhm.
entrepreneur. And when I say it was super difficult, but it would have been even more difficult had I not had my parents and my grandmothers to
Yeah.
help me, because the mind, in order for us to be successful in whatever we do, our mind has to first be right, right? So y'all have heard the word mindset several times
Mhm.
during this panel because we know it starts in your mind. Like even just getting up in the morning with this entrepreneurial mindset, I know I have to get up, get my devotion on, ask God to show me where I need to go, what I need to do this day, and how I need to handle myself. But if I didn't know that my kids were
Hmm.
straight, were safe, were fed, were well taken care of, it would be very extremely hard to focus on building a business, right? And
Yes.
so that's why what Chastity is talking about is very important, y'all. Your family and your support system is not only there to buy stuff from you or tell people about your business. That's not all that the support system is for. Of course we want them to do that, but when you have determined where they are in your system, then they have a specific duty. And so having that duty of caring for your children, making sure that when you have an event to go to, you have everything that you need to get there. There's nothing holding you back, or whatever area in your life where those people fit in. If
Yes.
they're doing what you ask them to do, that is the support.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
I
Yes.
do want to say something because I'm reading the comments and everything.
Yes. Louisa, Miss
Louisa
Louisa,
Palmer,
hey,
she
Miss
has a
Louisa.
question that
Mhm.
I want to make sure that we all address because
Yes.
it's a good question that most women face. And I'll let you read it, but I
Okay.
just wanted to bring, she does have a question.
All right. I'll bring it up real quick. She says, how do you get balance? Build a team. I do it all myself and it's exhausting. Who wants to tackle first?
Well, I can start. Well, it's hard at first,
Yeah.
depending on where you're at, because we start off as solopreneurs and we are doing everything. I just say, Louisa, it can get exhausting, but please take that moment for yourself. Whether it's at the beginning of your day or the ending of the day, what helps me every single day when I get up is I meditate, right? And the days that I don't, I feel off balance,
Yeah.
really.
Mhm.
And it helps me to stay balanced in my journey. And I also try to get in, and this has been hard for me to keep consistent on a workout. So I now, and Outlook calendar, I live and breathe by it, my Outlook calendar. So I've literally scheduled on my calendar from noon to 1, almost like my lunchtime, I go for this walk, right? I want to get certain amount of steps in, and while I fight it internally, because we will,
Yeah.
like, oh, I have so much to do. Because in back of your head, you're like, I have so much to do. I can't even take that an hour but it's just an hour. And after I do it, I feel freaking amazing.
Yeah.
So, try to get yourself on some sort of routine and schedule, and it's not going to be easy, like I said, but if you do that, maybe that will help you get a little bit of balance in your life, and get join groups of women that could support you as well through this journey.
Yes.
My suggestion to you, Ms. Palmer, is to answer the first question: how do I get balance? Stop focusing on trying to be balanced, because every day is going to be different. And you have to be able to be adaptable to change for your business. If you are an entrepreneur, things change every minute. Appointments change, meetings change, timelines change, deliverable dates change. So stop focusing on trying to get a balance. Be adaptable and know that your balance can shift, and it's okay, but it's all about how you handle the shift regarding your balancing of your day. Building a team is very hard, because first you have to know your value. You have to understand your vision. You have to believe in your vision, in your business. If you don't believe in your business and you try to build a team and push that work off of them, they're not going to do what you want them to do, because they don't see that you take ownership of your vision. So you have to understand your purpose. You have to drive it. You have to know how to do each person's position. And when you build a team, you're building a team, and you know that they're good in that position, but you are also good in that position to a degree too. And you show them and you work with them to build your team. And then they start to see, oh, wow, Chastity has a vision, and she's very passionate about her vision. So now I want to be passionate about her vision. And so once you start building your team and they start embracing your vision and your passion, you'll start getting people, like-minded people and supportive people, to build a great team. She said something that's very adamant that I do. I work out. I work out with my trainer 3 times a week. That is non-negotiable in my life.
Mm-hmm.
I go in for an hour and a half, and I push out, and I push all that stress, all of that issues, whatever concerns, personal, professional, and I put it on the weights, baby, and I work it out. Days I'm not with my trainer, I do my mile run. And when you take care of self, you're able to balance things right. You're able to look at it clearly, and you're able to find a happy space within yourself.
I love that. I love that. I love what both of you guys said about that. And I'll just add a little bit. So with balancing, first off, I like to not call it balance, as you both have stated, because there's really never any balance, right? Like you said, we have to learn how to pivot and change and maneuver and save face. Like we can't even get emotional about what we go through in business.
Right.
So the first thing I'm gonna say is take your feelings out of it, right? Don't do business in your feelings, because that is one way to remain exhausted and unbalanced. All right. So take your feelings out of it. Know what goes and comes along with your business, right? It's certain things that you got to deal with. So already have a plan. My remedy to almost everything in my business is to plan ahead. Plan ahead, because if you plan ahead and things don't go as you planned, most likely as you're planning, you're going to have a plan B already in mind, right? So that is one of the ways that I continue to be, I don't want to say balanced, but that I can keep things going without getting stressed, without taking it out on the family, without taking it out on myself because I know what's coming with this.
I'm going to give you a word,
Give me a
align.
word. Align. That's it.
Align.
That's the word. So keeping it all aligned is planning for me. Because like I said, it allows me to pull when I need to pull, pivot when I need to pivot, and sit my little self down when I need to sit my little self down, right? And so then building a team is as both ladies have stated, it's a hard thing because you have to find that person that's passionate about your vision as you are. And as Miss Chastity stated, yes, you when they feel that from you, that energy of how you are passionate about your business, how you know value your business, how you value your clients, then that energy will radiate to them and they can project that same energy when you are not around. So the thing about building a team is making a mold of yourself or a clone of yourself within your business. And if you're able to do that, then you're able to lead them confidently. Not just them being confident, but you being confident. Because a lot of the times when we talk about building a team, it's us. It's not always the people. We are scared to leave. You know, we're scared to let them do what we're paying them to do. We got to stop that because in business, risk is all the way around. And if sometimes you hire someone that's not a good fit, that's okay. Escort them to the door and let them come on in. Because what we have to do is keep it going. We will not stop. We will not allow any of this to break us. We will not. We will not. And so that was the importance of this panel today, y'all, because this is hard. This is a hard thing being a woman in business. Just being in, I don't know any other way to be in business than a woman, but I'm sure that it's hard for the men too. They just take it a little bit easier than us, or they save their face a little bit easier than us. But this is a hard thing, y'all. It is very hard because, like I said earlier about the feelings part, that's where we get tied up. That's where we get tied up in our feelings. In our feelings.
Absolutely.
Men don't have that issue because most times they don't even have any feelings. But if
They're not even in tune.
They have learned to
I don't know. I know some very emotional ones.
Look, you know, I work in the barbershop, so I know they're emotional, but they know how to keep it out of their business, right? They gonna get to the business even if they act a fool after.
Right.
Business clear. Okay, so that's something we do need to take from them. In like, look, you're not about to stress me out. You're not about to move me with none of that. And this is most times talking either to our undisciplined self or the enemy that is trying to disturb us from our purpose. So you make sure that you stay bold in this thing, that you stay reared in this thing, you stay resilient in this thing, because it's going to be some stuff that's going to come and you're going to be like, Lord, you sure you told me to do
Baby.
Right.
Why you don't give me a Walmart job? Because that's even a little bit easier, right?
I can say, welcome to Walmart.
Right.
Have a good day.
And definitely know your strengths and weaknesses.
Yes.
You know what I mean? That's super important to identify from the beginning, because you could be good at things, but you're not good at everything.
Right.
You know, as entrepreneurs, we have to learn what to let go of, you know. What might take someone who's an expert in it 2 seconds to do it, and it takes you hours to do it, you know? So that's definitely something you need to look at too.
Yeah. And then also that good old delegation and automation, y'all. So Miss Louisa, if it's not in your budget to hire someone, you know, just yet, or hire an in-person person, a virtual assistant may be of good help, you know, or getting someone, I know you have a physical location, getting you someone part-time to come in and run your physical location for a few hours of a day so that you can take time to digress and come back with everything that you need, to fulfill the business and to fulfill your mission. So, because it is important that we invest in our business, but at different levels, y'all.
Yeah.
A lot of the things that we're seeing online today and on social media with people in business, they're showing all of the good stuff, all of the benefits of being in business, but sometimes, most of the times, they're leaving out all of the stuff they had to go through to get there,
Right.
because it's not the microwave society that we are seeing. It is some hard work and
Yes.
some dedication, and some investment. Y'all,
Dedication, all dedication.
yeah.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
don't forget to invest in your business. And it's
Yes.
not always monetary. Monetary helps, but think about that time that you can put into learning some new things, that time you can put into finding a software that might help you
Mm.
automate some of these things that are taking your time away from doing the I like to call them the income producing activities, right? When I coach my people, I always tell them their priorities every day are the income producing activities that are on their list. Then everything else comes after that. So if there is something that's taking you away from those income producing activities, you need to look at trying to automate that stuff, outsource that stuff, or delegate it to someone that is specifically for that task.
Mhm. Amazing.
So we are talking balancing our family and our work. So we talked about, of course, what I just said, delegating and that good stuff and being disciplined. Chastity spoke on staying focused and making sure that we stay dedicated. Also, Miss Petula, the same thing. We are all in agreement that this
Yeah.
thing takes discipline, resilience, grit, dedication, all of that.
Mhm.
All of that. So, anything else on work-life balance, ladies?
I would say, ladies, be the queen in your queendom. And what that mean is I'm going to give you something that comes from my platform is your queendom. You are a quick thinker. You're unique. You're effective. You have the elation to do anything that you desire in your heart. It's never failing. When you fall, that's just another mountain for you to get back up and dust yourself up and climb again. Determination. You are the oasis of your life. So that means you're the fragrance that calms your environment in the midst of chaos. And you're magnificent. You are the omnipotent of remarkable and brilliant women of the world.
Yes.
I love it.
I do
Miss Petula.
too. Yes, ladies. Just do it. Get
Good.
yourself out there. Just do it. Look for the support. Contact me if you need to talk. There's no charge to do that. If you need to just run idea, if you need to just say, "Hey, I need to scream," get that support system. And
Yeah.
I always say, stay in conversation all the time. Because my motto is, your success is one connection away, right?
Yeah.
And you
Love
never
it.
ever know how something's gonna end up. Like, for instance, I met Nadia because she was a guest on my podcast. Oh, I was on her podcast,
Yeah.
right? And it just boomed into more, and she's just doing some great things, and I'm so excited to just be part of her ecosystem. So it's just like that, you're get connected, talk to people, and just stay present. I always say stay present in the time, and positive. It's gonna happen.
I love it. I love it. Now, we're going to come back around before we end. I want you ladies to tell our viewers how they can reach you, how they can connect with you, and
Sure.
don't forget to include your amazing services that you offer. Petula, in the comments, they're asking how do they get certified. So make sure you include that. And
Yes.
so I'm going to start with Miss Chastity. Go ahead and let us know what you offer. How do we get connected? And how do we sign up for whatever you got coming up?
Well, I am a master life coach. I deal in happiness, success, and mindfulness. You can reach me at www.chastitysanye.com. You can also reach me at info@chastitysanye.com. I also have, like I said in the beginning, a catering service, a car service, and I also, and I didn't mention, and I should have, I have a non-for-profit. It's called Seraphine Actions, and it deals with women and motherhood. We have 3 departments within our nonprofit organization. One is college students, and what we wanted to do is give scholarships back to college students. And I remember when I was a college student, they would give scholarship, and what makes our scholarship unique is that we give the participants a percentage of the scholarship so they can do whatever they want to. And then the other percentage goes to the institution for their tuition. Then we have it for motherhoods, women and single women that have children that needs the support system of life skills, motivational skills, things of that nature. And then the best part of this program is our deaf community. So we target mothers that are hearing impaired that have children, or mothers that have children that are hearing impaired. And we help them out with their life skills, like basic things that we take for granted that they struggle with, like resume, financial security, finding a place to stay. It can be as simple as that. And we don't think that because we have all that God has given us, but it's a struggle. And we basically give those expertise and support systems to them. And I think that's about it. Oh, and I do leadership training because I am in corporate America. So I do teach small business on how to lower your turnover in employee. How do you build trust and basically increase your turnover within your organization?
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you, Queen. And I did add your website to the chat. All right, Miss Petula.
Hello. Well, how to reach me? It's Petula at visionready.org. You can send me an email. We can just set up a call to talk about the certification. I believe Nadia is sharing also a link just to book a time, 30 minutes with me to talk about the certification and how it'll serve you and take a deeper dive into it, to that. And we Vision Ready, we believe in digital transformation. So what that means is we have a marketplace for businesses, for all small businesses to get on there, connect, communicate. We have forums, we have groups. It's a lot of great synergy just happening, a lot of alignment happening. Um, on our platform. You get resources, business resources. We do one-on-one business strategy. We look at your business. We, pinpoint where you need to go, how you need to shift, what's good, what's bad, So it's always good to have an outside perspective into that. Because even for myself, because I'm looking at my own data every single day, I'm like, whoa, I'm not seeing it. So we definitely have that to support you. And as I mentioned, certification, it's all automated into our ecosystem. Where you have private codes, your QR codes, where the government and the corporations that's involved with us know, they can just scan it and see that you're qualified once we get you to that point. But we'll walk you through the entire process, as well as we have a success manager, and all she does is look for these bids and opportunities for you ladies. So it's a great community, and it's a great way to keep connected with all diverse companies, you know, like working with each other. I never understood why we didn't work with each other, right? You know, work with each other, support each other. So our platform is Business Marketplace. So definitely reach out if you want to learn more. All my information was put in the comments. So we have a lot of business services for all entrepreneurs to grow, learn, connect, and opportunities.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, I want to thank you two ladies for coming on today with us and sharing all of this valuable information. It has been a wonderful, wonderful conversation.
Yes.
So before I end, I will go into what I do. Of
Yay.
course, I have started my coaching program, the Boss Up Your Business coaching program, where I teach you how to set up these plans and goal setting, different areas in business automation to help you be able to maneuver and align with your lifestyle, your business, and your family.
Mhm.
And so, just to give you some of these strategies that I have been using over the years to align my businesses and my family and my lifestyle, because I feel like, we want to be in business. We love to do what we do. But at some point, I just want to be Nadia, right? And I coach and CEO and entrepreneur and all that. I just want to be me. I want to take that time. And a lot of people are having trouble finding that time for themselves and their family. And I can help you do that with a few tweaks of your schedule. So you can reach me at nadiafrancois.com. I also have What's Your Superpower digital media company where we offer visibility services for businesses through our magazine, our podcast, and our TV show. So make sure that you look up that at www.whatsuperpower.com. You
Yeah.
can book a consultation to see what we have that's a great fit for you and get started. So, with that being said, ladies, I'm going to get your final thoughts before we leave. If you have any, if you've said them already, that's perfectly fine. But to open the floor up once more before we get off. Do y'all have any final thoughts?
Well, Nadia, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for being you. Thank you for having this event. And I'm honored that you invited me to be on the panel. And I want to continue to just build stronger relationships with you and your people in the ecosystem. Everyone's been so amazing. So I just wanted to say thank you. I'm grateful.
You're very welcome. Thank you. And I look forward to our relationship continuing
Yes.
to grow.
And
Miss Chastity.
I want to say thank you for giving me this opportunity. I'm very honored and blessed. I have enjoyed it talking to y'all and this platform. It's
Yes.
been awesome. I appreciate you and I bow to the glory that's in you.
Oh, thank
Yes.
you. Thank you, ladies, so much. Just know it is all God. It is not me. Of course, I do my best to project what He has for me to project and to put out there what He tells me to put out there for my ladies, because the love and the passion that I have for entrepreneurship and then women in entrepreneurship, I
Mhm.
just want to be that light. I want to be that example as long as I can, right? So, thank y'all so much again for bringing more light to this panel. And this has been wonderful. Guys, listen, share this out. Watch the replay. Tell some ladies about what we were discussing today so they would want to come on here and watch what we talked about. And also make sure that you go to our lineup and look at the rest of the week, that what we have planned for you ladies and girls. We have some more amazing online and in-person events. So make sure you go on there and register and show up. Thank y'all so much. Thank you to all the ladies that tuned in. Miss Louisa, Miss Cheryl. Let me go back up real quick. Miss Trail Dewey, Miss Barbara Bailey,
My
Miss
mom.
Ashley Dyer. Thank y'all so much for joining us, for getting into the conversation. And if there's anything we can do to help you along your entrepreneurial journey, make sure you reach out. As Miss Petula said, it costs nothing to have a brief conversation. We love y'all.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Bye.